Norman, you guys expected them to come out aggressive, maybe be a little bit desperate. Why weren't you guys able to match them at all?
Shit, I thought we were able to do it for a few stretches during the game. They were able to sustain it. Their guys came out, made some plays early. They fed off that energy, and we just weren't physical enough. We weren't tough enough on both sides of the ball. So we just got to make our adjustments and come out the way they did on our home floor.
Lillard had 32 in the first half, slowed down in the second half. They put Aaron Gordon on him. What do you guys need to do? The rest of the team need to do to sort of help generate points when that happens?
Just play off it. I mean, we were trying to get them open, create some switches on the mismatch when they were trying to put certain guys on other players, so they didn't have to really guard. So we got to find a way to get those other guys in actions and stuff like that. Their focus is on Dame and CJ, especially Dame, trying to take him out the game. So we got to find some ways to get it going, and more action, weak side movement, so on and so forth when they're blitzing or hard showing on Dame when he has the ball. So I think that's an adjustment we're gonna have to make for the guys that are on the weak side.
As a veteran who's made deep playoff runs, as disappointing as this game might be, can you easily turn the page and say, "Hey, we got one on the road. We're going home 1-1"?
I mean, that's what we have to do. I mean, I've been in multiple playoff series where, we go down 0-2 at home, or we still went on the road, whatever it may be. Focus is you can't worry too much about what happened. You learn from the mistakes and see how we can get better. But each game is going to be different. Each game brings new challenges that we're going to have to overcome and face. Teams are going to make their adjustments. We got to go make our adjustments the same way they did. I think the start is just the physicality and the toughness on both sides of the ball, defensively especially. We got to put more bodies on guys, be more physical, get over screens and things like that, make it tough for them. The way they did it to us in the first quarter and the first half and throughout the course of the game. But every game is different, so I'm not really worried about this last game. They did what they had to do, come out, bounce back after game one. Now it's our turn to bounce back.
Thanks.
Jacopo Francesco.
Hi, Norm. In your opinion, what's the biggest adjustment you'll have to make for Game 3?
I said it, just the physicality on the defensive end. We got to make them feel us from start to finish, full 48. Like I said, we got to be a little more physical into the bodies when we're guarding our guys, be a little more pulled in on the weak side help, guys that are designated for us to help off of. Make the paint look clogged, make Jokic fight a little more, work for his positioning when he has the ball or when he's catching it in the elbow or in the paint like we did in game one. I mean, he missed 5 shots, so we didn't put up enough resistance on him. He was pretty comfortable all night. So, it's not just on Ennis or Nurk. It's a 5-man job to be able to stop and clog the lane. So I think that's where we start defensively with our physicality.
We have time for 2 more. Leonardo Torres.
Hey Norman, it's Leonardo Torres from Peru. Hope you're well. What are the positive aspects that you can take away from these first 2 games of the series? Thinking about the next 2 on home.
I try to look at things one game at a time. But I think the positive is that we got one. And we know we have a foundation of what we have to do and how we have to play, top to bottom, like we did in that first game. And we just got to continue to build, continue to be together. I thought we showed a lot of fight, getting down big multiple times and being able to make it a game. But I think we exhausted a lot of our energy in the hole that we dug ourselves and the simple mistakes that we were making in the game plan. But the fight is what we had, and we just gotta pick that up a notch or 2. Stepping on our home floor, having some fans in there and feeding off their energy from the start of the game. I think it'll be big for us. But I think the positive is that we have a lot of fight, and you know, we made it a series early, so we just got to handle business at our home court.
Jason Correa.
Norm, I apologize if this has already been asked, but why do you think it got so chippy tonight?
I mean, we knew they were good. We saw what they were saying about the physicality and, you know, bringing the playoff mentality to us because they didn't have that in game one. And I think that's what they had to do, you know, to feel themselves and get themselves going and trying to get into our heads a little bit, bumping us during timeouts, walking back to the bench, you know, chirping. That's what they got to do, you know, to get themselves going, to get their team active. Their bench was talking all night, you know, and we're a team that aren't no punks. You know, we're not going back down to nobody saying nothing, this, that, and the other. You're going to have to earn everything. But they're a more physical team, and it showed. That's why they were doing what they're doing. And I think it just helped them throughout the full 48 minutes. So now it's our turn to turn it up a little bit.
And in regards to you, is there anything that you can do in particular to get going more and from an offensive standpoint?
Just to continue to find my spots, playing off those guys. I think I've taken 9, 11 shots. I think there's a few more out there that I can get within the flow of the offense, you know, to be another scoring threat out there. But you know, I'm just trying to find ways to be effective out there playing off those guys, you know. That's all I can do.
Last questions coming from Christos.
Hey, Norman, I would like to ask you, what do you need to do to be more aggressive, and to show more willingness on the game 3 against the Nuggets?
Am I individually or just as a team?
Both.
Individually, just continue to attack. I mean, I attacked the paint pretty well tonight, getting to the line. You know, just continue to take those guys and collapse the defense and make plays. You know, I'm a guy that's trying to make the right plays every time down. You know, I think I picked up my aggressiveness and how many times I was able to get into the paint tonight. I got to continue to do that, whether that's getting out in transition, rebound, and pushing. I didn't have any rebounds, which is terrible for me. You know, I got to get at least 4 or 5, help those guys out there, the big fellas. I didn't have any assists tonight, so that's a focal point for me. You know, I'm not too stressed about going 0 for 3. I took good looks. I'm a shooter. I'm gonna keep shooting those. I have all the confidence in myself. You know, this is nothing new to me, so I'm gonna bounce back in that area. But defensively, rebounding and being able to push and get in transition is a big aspect for me where I think I can make an impact. I don't know how many transition points we had tonight, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't enough. And then as a team, we just got to be more aggressive and like I said, bring it to them. I think I said everything that I had to say about the game, but that's what we have to do as a team. You know, it's not just on Dame or CJ. It's on all the guys who are getting out there and playing. To toughen up, make plays, make winning plays, the way they were doing. You know, they were physical, getting all the 50-50 balls, getting on the ground. You know, that's what we got to do. We got to get scrappy and get dirty like they were.